Hi everyone, welcome to JOANTalks, and I'm your host, Joan Liu. My goal for this podcast is to focus on putting together the knowledge and science relating to your health, fitness and nutrition that is easily understood and accessible by everyone. Without further delay, this is today's episode. Hi, welcome back to JOANTalks. We are still on the topic of being a centenarian athlete and to be that athlete through our entire life and treating our life as an athletic event. I am sure everyone would like to be able to move freely through the last 10 years of our lives. In the previous episode, I spoke about the cardio pillar of health. Now, let's talk about the strength pillar. Now, two of the worst misconceptions of fitness I've come across is strength training is for athletes or just for building muscle. Cardio is for burning fat. So there are still people very resistant to weight training because they do not want to put on muscle and are doing only cardio just because they only want to burn fat. For health, we need both pillars. We all need our muscles because this is a basic of everything for you and your body. I can do multiple episodes on the benefits of resistance training, ranging from moods to boosting your immunity to better recovery and to longevity. Resistance training is the number one tool to combat neuromuscular aging. No other forms of training will give you that other than resistance training because it gives you the progressive overload that your body will need. The human movement is a function of neuromuscular activation. So with that, your nerves have to turn on. When you move, your muscle has to contract, your muscle will move about, and you have to engage in the movement. Any dysfunction in your muscle will result in inability to move properly or to be independent. As we age, the rate of loss of muscle mass is somewhat about 0.5 to 1% each year. The loss of muscle strength is double or triple of that. And the loss of muscle power is triple of that, up to 8 to 10%. So you will see a very large drop in the muscle power. Okay, not forgetting that a significant part of the brain is also associated with human movement. Hence, you must preserve your functionality as you age. And this can only be obtained through proper resistance training. Everyone must be doing some form of resistance training for hypertrophy and strength. Degradation will start to be observed from the age of 40. But that doesn't mean you have to start at a very young age. There are people who started resistance training at the age of 90. But if you are currently in your 50s and you have not started, it is not too late. If you're currently 25, it is a good time for you to start now. There is simply no age limit or when is the right time to start. You don't lose function because of aging itself. And that is not the inherent reason. Okay, it's not because that your genes become less sensitive as you age. You lose function because of the loss of training. But you can do a lot more than you think in order to preserve high quality muscle mass. At the age of 50, you will want to live for another 40 years and be functioning at the optimal level. Now, exercise adherence is the factor for effectiveness of any training program. Is there a difference between training for strength and training for muscle hypertrophy? Strength is for function. For hypertrophy, there is no mention of function itself. However, the two are correlated. For people who are just started or intermediately trained, these two will be overlapped. But for athletes who are at an elite level, it is not overlapped. Okay, for example, people who are competing in the sport of powerlifting. Generally, powerlifters are stronger than bodybuilders, but bodybuilders have more muscle. This is a general saying. Okay? So if you look at the strength-based sports, such as, powerlifting, weightlifting, and strongman competition, there are weight classes in between. So you can technically get stronger without adding muscle, but it will come to a point that you will add more muscle. However, if you do not want to add more muscle for any reason, maybe because you have a weight class to meet as an elite athlete, you can do that as well. So you have the ability to do whatever you like. You want to get stronger without adding muscle, that's fine. Or you want to get stronger and add muscle as well, that's okay too. To work on strength, it's all about the physiology and the mechanics, the technique and the skill. Are you firing the muscle in the right sequence? So technique and movement is very critical. Okay? Hypertrophy is a term of how big the muscle gets. When strength improves, the muscle size naturally will increase along with it. And for the purpose of health, okay, for longevity, you would want to have both. In physiology, the muscle is an organ. Your skeletal muscle is paying attention to everything else in the body. Your muscle is constantly communicating with the body. It supports the immune system. It is a central depot for amino acids. It regulates blood glucose, etc. All these are coming from the skeletal muscle. So the most important thing to do in the gym is to focus on what is declining rapidly as we age, and that is muscle strength. If you focus on what's declining and work on it, you will get all the other benefits along with it too. When you build strength, you will build muscle quality and improve your motor control. If the resistance training is performed correctly, you will see an improvement in your skill, your power, your endurance, and your stability. Why is stability important? Stability is important because it is the safe level with which you can apply that strength to exert force on your environment, and likewise the point with which the environment can exert force on you. Instability can lead to other areas of decline, such as your mobility, your balance, and your flexibility. So with all these information, you can decide a couple of things. Are you adequately or under muscle now? Are you low in cardio or adequately cardio? If you're listening to this and you are a cardio person and has never lifted any weights, I have some good news for you. Yes, you are going to the gym. And yes, there will be a little bit of struggle at the beginning, but you are going to benefit from that, which will transcend the improvement in your strength and muscle mass. Your brain will also get better from the complexity of the movement, and you are learning a new skill. That is one of the most important things you can do for your brain health. With resistance training, you will improve your cognition and neuroplasticity. Okay, neuroplasticity refers to the lifelong capacity of the brain to change and rewire itself in response to the stimulation of learning and experience. Neurogenesis is the ability to create new neurons and connections between neurons through the lifetime. And we all need that as we age. And hence, resistance training is a very good way to slow down or even to prevent cognitive decline with aging. Now, to summarize all these, at the age of 50, you will want to live for another 40 years and be functioning in optimal level. At the age of 70, you will want to be functioning like you were at the age of 50. When you are at the age of 90, you will want to be functioning like you would be at the age of 70. You get my point. Focus to work on what is going to rapidly decline as you age, and the rest will follow. You have to train for it. You cannot be taking a pill and expect the benefits to come. And you cannot accidentally get too muscular. That's not going to happen. Now you are out with some knowledge on your two foundation pillars of health. You can start on the strategic plan, on setting a goal, and the goal should be on a long term, and that is to be the best you can be. You know that your life will not be profoundly affected in the later years if you are well and prepared when you're younger. Looking back at the two foundation pillars, you know where you will need to fill in your life as a centenarian athlete, because you will need both pillars to be at your best. Please feel free to leave your questions in the comment section below, or if there are any other topics which you would like me to talk about in coming episodes. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you again in the next episode. Bye!